Let me welcome you here in my YouTube channel, my Tech Toolbox. Good day. I'm glad that you find it here, and I hope that you're just fine as well.
Hi there. How are you? Please allow me to recall our last discussions in part 1 of this learning video on formulating and implementing a maintenance strategy. We tackled at length in some important details of the types of maintenance. That there are 2 main categories of maintenance, the reactive and the proactive maintenance. That the reactive maintenance includes the emergency and breakdown maintenance. Preventive, corrective, improvement, and a predictive maintenance comprises the proactive maintenance. It was pointed out that any of it or a combination of them could be used in a maintenance strategy and applied in a facility or on machineries. We will now continue with part 2 to complete this learning video module of formulating and implementing an effective maintenance strategy. Hello there. Today we will be discussing the second part of this learning video. We would like you to please remember or take notice that most of the common and popular terminologies we will use here were already defined and discussed in part 1. We will continue our discussion with the 2 essential topics, first in the 6 different maintenance strategies, followed by the 7 key steps on how to effectively formulate and implement an effective maintenance strategy. Before we continue, may I request those who have missed to view the first part to take some time to watch it, either after we finished our discussion on the 2 topics in this video, or set yourself a time to watch and learn something relevant with maintenance in it. Thank you, and we will continue. A maintenance strategy is a comprehensive plan that outlines how to care for and maintain equipment, facilities, and other assets to ensure they function reliably and efficiently. It encompasses the methods, procedures, and scheduling of maintenance activities to prevent breakdowns, minimize downtime, reduce costs, and extend the lifespan of assets. Essentially, it is a roadmap for keeping things in good working order. Some maintenance officers often have trouble identifying which maintenance strategy is best to use for various assets and pieces of equipment. Their confusion is maybe due to the slim differences of its definition and implementation protocol, not to mention that some officers are not even familiar with some of the strategies. Let us discuss some of the most popular maintenance strategies that are being practiced by most companies worldwide. Those can be split into 6 key categories, each with different circumstances when they are applied. Though not necessarily in order of importance, the following are the 6 popular maintenance strategies being implemented by companies worldwide. 1. Run-to-failure maintenance strategy. 2. Preventative maintenance strategy. 3. Scheduled maintenance. 4. Predictive maintenance strategy. 5. Risk-based maintenance. And 6. Reliability-centered maintenance strategy. A brief and some details of each strategy as follows. Run-to-failure maintenance strategy is where assets are permitted to operate until they break down, with no maintenance carried out until that happens. This method can only be used on non-critical pieces of equipment which won't impact safety or production when they fail, and when there are spare parts and reliable staff on hand. Preventative maintenance strategy is a proactive approach to maintenance where repairs, adjustments, cleaning, and part replacements are carried out to uphold the reliability of working assets before failure and downtime occurs. This type of strategy helps to reduce the volume of corrective maintenance, which can become costly, and is particularly important for safety-critical assets and those that are essential for production output. Scheduled maintenance is sometimes referred to as calendar-based maintenance. While it will not prevent catastrophic equipment failures, it will decrease the number of failures. Minimizing failures translates into maintenance and capital cost savings. While preventive maintenance is not always the optimum maintenance program, it does have several advantages over that of a purely reactive program, along with the simplicity of knowing the resource types required, how many, for how long, and when they are needed. Predictive maintenance strategy: the use monitoring tools and software to track equipment performance. This strategy seeks to identify possible issues using data analysis and allows maintenance teams to fix any defects before the equipment fails. Risk-based maintenance is implemented to ensure that maintenance across a plant or facility is optimized in a way that reduces the risk of failure. This strategy prioritizes maintenance on assets that would result in the highest risks if they were to fail and is helpful for companies looking to implement the most economical maintenance program, as this focuses on the most safety-critical assets. This is data-driven and calculation-based approach. Reliability-centered maintenance strategy is a type of strategy which is focused specifically on improving the reliability and safety of a facility and is implemented to optimize the overall maintenance program. Usually, a specific strategy is developed for each asset to ensure productivity through the use of cost-effective maintenance techniques. These are the most popular maintenance strategies implemented worldwide, and anyone who have maintenance responsibilities may pick one or combination of those for application on their facilities and equipment. Knowing the context of the different maintenance strategies, the next concern is how to create or formulate an effective strategy for our facility or equipment. Coming next is the process on how to create an effective maintenance strategy for your company's maintenance assets. Creating a maintenance strategy can seem like a daunting task for those who haven't prioritized one before. However, developing a maintenance strategy can be summarized in 7 key steps, from knowing your current maintenance capabilities, right through to managing the culture change that comes with a new strategy. Here's the 7 key steps to be followed in creating and implementing a maintenance strategy. Although the process may vary across different organizations that have different requirements, each stage in the framework is crucial to developing a clear and effective maintenance strategy that allows companies to reduce costs and maximize output. Step 1. Identify critical assets and current maintenance capabilities. Step 2. Analyze the performance of your existing operations and define maintenance objectives. Step 3. Decide on the right maintenance approach for your assets. Step 4. Develop a clear maintenance plan. Step 5. Implement the maintenance plan. Step 6. Monitor results and improve your strategy. Step 7. Develop a feedback loop. These are the 7 steps in creating and implementing a maintenance strategy. Please take note that this is a typical process which applies to a maintenance strategy or combination of any of the strategies. Let us discuss the brief definition and a few details of each. Step 1. Identify critical assets and current maintenance capabilities. To develop an effective maintenance strategy, you must first identify which assets are critical to safety and production, as well as your maintenance capabilities and maturity level. In other words, how developed are your existing maintenance processes and systems, and how efficiently are these processes working in your operations? It is one thing to be able to fix things, but planning, organization, and technical capabilities are also essential elements of maintenance activities as your team adopts a more active strategy. Step 2. Analyze the performance of your existing operations and define maintenance objectives. To know where you need to go, you must first identify where you currently stand in terms of your maintenance operations at present and how successful they are. Collecting and analyzing data on equipment availability, where there is downtime, causes of any asset failures, where time and money is being spent, and the return on investment with current activities will allow you to set clear and relevant objectives for your maintenance going forward. These should also align with your operational facilities and overall business goals and strategy. Step 3. Decide on the right maintenance approach for your assets. Choosing the right maintenance approach for each of your assets is fundamental for ensuring your operations are safe and cost-effective across the board. Whether you decide to use a preventative, predictive, or run-to-failure approach, this must be selected based on the criticality and condition of your assets. On key assets, the goal should be to deliberately select the right maintenance approach for each type of equipment failure in a way that minimizes the overall cost of the failure to the organization. Step 4. Develop a clear maintenance plan. Once an approach has been identified, you can then create an optimized and effective maintenance plan that helps you reach the objectives that have been set. The maintenance plan should clearly outline all maintenance activities that need to be performed, the schedule and frequency of these activities, and the resources or spare parts needed to execute the plan. This acts as a clear and comprehensive guide for maintenance teams to carry out their work effectively and understand what needs done and why. Step 5. Implement the maintenance plan. Once the plan has been developed, it's time for maintenance teams to carry out the work required. This involves planning and scheduling your maintenance, allocating resources, assigning tasks, and ensuring the plan is executed correctly. It's often important to implement a structured project management approach to minimize any resistance and make sure that your efforts up to this point don't go to waste. No matter what size the organization is, training can help to ensure lasting change and buy-in from every team member involved. Step 6. Monitor results and improve your strategy. To determine the success of your maintenance strategy, it's vital that you continuously monitor the performance of your assets and collect data to analyze the results. By using maintenance analytics and benchmarking tools, you can gain a deeper understanding of performance gaps and clearly identify whether or not your strategy is working, where time is being spent, and where improvements could be made in order to maximize production and enhance safety going forward. Step 7. Develop a feedback loop. It's one thing to identify where improvements could be made in your maintenance plan. However, it's important to follow up on any insights gathered and ensure improvements are continuously being implemented by your maintenance team. Developing a feedback loop ensures that the observations made from analyzing the maintenance activities are integrated back into the maintenance strategy for positive change to be made. Maintenance strategies can never be set in stone. It's vital that they are constantly updated and refined to reflect changing business needs and goals. In summary, we have discussed in context the 6 types of maintenance strategies that provides us with insights on what are the effective approaches that we may have to employ to maximize the potentials of our respective companies' facilities and equipment. The 7 steps in creating and implementing a maintenance strategy allows us not only to take precautionary calculated decision on what types of maintenance to undertake in the strategy that we have opted, but also to make necessary adjustment when deemed necessary. The best of results to your maintenance undertakings. Thank you very much for your time. Finally, please allow this unsolicited advice for all of us in maintenance. It is of utmost importance that in formulating and implementing a maintenance strategy for our facility and machineries, a trial and error strategy should not be tolerated. Without a suitable maintenance strategy in place, there is a risk of non-compliance with regulatory agencies, extremely high labor costs, in addition to the loss of production and subsequent revenue if an equipment piece fails unexpectedly. More importantly, there's a safety risk in terms of incidents and accidents, not to mention the massive environmental impact if there are spills or releases of harmful materials. Thank you, and we hope to see you in our next learning videos.
Before leaving, may I thank you for the time you invested here. Should you still have questions and clarifications to ask, write it in the comment below or email me at mytechtoolbox@gmail.com. If you have learned something that are useful, please give us a like. That's one way to support our channel. You may also want to share this video for your friends to learn. Subscribe now so you will be notified on every new learning videos we post on YouTube. Thank you and good luck.